Good morning to all of you. In today's class, we will learn syntax. Okay. I don't know whether you got the definition or not. Would you mind taking out the copy? It will be very good for you. Would you mind taking out? Do you have the copy with you? Hello? Do you have your copy? You haven't brought? No problem. We'll write it down. Let it be. She didn't bring the copy. So, in today's class, what will we do? Syntax. S Y N T A X. What is spelling of syntax? S Y. See your definition. S Y N T A X. Okay. What do you think? According to you, what do you think syntax is? What is your opinion about syntax? Tell me. What do you think syntax is?
Syntax is the branch of linguistics that studies rules and principles governing the clause and
No, governing arrangement of words, sentences, and clauses.
so governing governing
Arrangement. ARRANGEMENT.
arrangement
Governing arrangement of words, number 1, sentences, number 2, clauses, number 3. Okay, so what is syntax? Syntax is a branch of linguistics that studies what does it study? Rules and principles. That studies rules and principles governing arrangement of words, sentences, phrases, clauses. Is that clear? Is that clear? So, if you say, no, sir, actually, when you are saying that studies the formation of words, okay, that studies formation of sentences, if it is formation of sentences, phrases, so, but morphology studies the formation of words. Understood? But actually, in morphology says that how it teaches us how you use or add suffix and prefix. Okay, like unhappy, happy, unhappy. Unhappy is prefix. Okay, un added to the word happy makes it what? It is the use of suffix. Clear? A prefix. Well, I am adding it to the front side of the word. That is, before happy, we are placing the word un. Isn't it? As soon as the un is placed in front of the word happy, it becomes unhappy. Okay? And if you add ness to the end of the word, what does it become? Unhappiness. This is morphology. Okay? But syntax studies everything. Syntax is a branch of linguistics, and what does syntax do? Which or that studies, what does it study? Rules and principles. What do these rules and principles all about? Rules and principles governing. What does it govern? Arrangement of words, phrases, clauses, and sentences. Is that clear? That govern, understood, arrangement of phrases, sentences, and clauses. If you say this, that will also do. Is that clear? So, we have understood what is syntax. Now, without knowledge of syntax, look at the time. I just want to tell you the history of language. Unless and until you know the history of language, it will be impossible for you to understand the importance of syntax. If you want to understand the importance of syntax in your life or in our life, we need to go back to the time when language was born. When was language born? Language was born soon after the creation of this beautiful world. Language was born when people were primitive people living in the caves and forests. Right? Did you understand what I'm saying? People lived in the caves. It is when the people lived in the caves and forests, when people didn't know how to wear clothes. Understood? They used to go from one place to another naked. But they learned everything with the passage of time. Who taught? Who gifted? Who gave people language? First, if you think that people invented language and the long language came into existence on its own, yes, it's okay, fine. It's okay. Time gifted us language, but we also made our efforts. Even primitive people also made efforts. That's why language is spoken all over the world. Lakhs of languages are being spoken all over the world, right? If you go to Africa, they have a language of their own. If you go to America, they have the Red Indians have language of their own, right? And we Bengali have language of our own. Even the Santals have language of their own. That is how, almost every corner of the earth spoke language, as language is the medium of communication, right? Without language, can you exist? Can you imagine your existence on earth? Is it possible? No. You can't imagine living in this world without speaking a language. It's language that actually helps you to survive. Those who are speechless, those who don't speak language, they know how important language is. Those who are deaf and dumb by birth, they know how important it is to listen to the sweet sound of voice. And there is one writer, her name is Helen Keller. Understood? And she understood when she became, deaf and dumb at a very early age, she understood how valuable or how important it was to communicate. At least to listen to the sound of fall of water on the rooftops. The language is the music of life, and it is the life breath that we take. And it's language that gifted us literature, that gifted us songs, that gifted us, or that modified the way we live, modified the society that we live in, modified the world that we live in. Modified means changed. If you are very different from others today, if you are different from your ancestors, it is because of the contribution of language. It is through language we have understood the science behind the creation. Language contributed to the development of science, and it is language behind the creation also. It is language behind the modernity. It is language behind every change we made. It is language behind who we are today. It is language that is behind the song, "Every night in my dreams, every night in my dreams, I see you." What does it mean? When you say every night, what is this? Adjunct. And what is an adjunct? If you are making two sentences, suppose I am giving you two sentences. See, I would like you to understand each and every part. See, what are the things you are going to learn. If you are learning syntax, you have to learn, generative grammar. Generative grammar is a part. Universal grammar is a part of syntax. Then you have to study argument, part of this syntax. Then complement is part of syntax. Then word order, part of syntax. Constituency, part of syntax. There are so many things. Coordination, subordination. These all are part of syntax. So we have so many things to discuss. Then how noun phrase is made, how adjective phrase is made, how adverb phrase is made. Understood? How noun clause is formed, how adjective clause is formed, how adverb clause is formed, how prepositional phrase is formed. Understood? Then comes again clauses are also defined. Like if you look at different noun clauses, okay, noun clause can be used as a subject of a verb, as an object of a verb, object of a preposition, okay, as a complement. Understood? Similarly, adjective clause can be used like that, and even adverb clause also. Adverb clause of time, reason, adverb clause of comparison. Understood? That's how it's a big thing. If you think, oh my God, it's okay, syntax, that's all. I have understood the definition. What is it all about? Syntax is a branch of linguistics that studies rules and principles governing the arrangement of words, phrases, clauses and sentences. This is where the study of syntax ends. No, it's not like that. You need to know about recursion. You need to know about recursion, argument, constituency. Write the words. What are the areas? Constituency, right? Constituency, argument, right? It involves studying argument. ARGUMENT. Recursion, coordination, subordination, ambiguity, deep structure, surface structure, coordination, subordination, deep structure, surface structure, universal grammar. Understood? And generative grammar. These are all areas of study of syntax. You need to understand each and every one. This is very important. Then unit constituent, you write like if you make mistakes, no problem, but because I'm giving you question answers. The moment you get question answers from me, all your doubts will be cleared, isn't it? So why are you afraid? It is our fear, understood, that makes us die before we are destinated. There are many people who die young simply because they torture themselves. They make their life hell. They, do things that are not acceptable to the society. And the reasons, we look at the reasons why we die young in this world. Actually, these are all areas of study. Understood? Points that need what? Explanation. Now look at, I'm telling you, first come to a word. Hello? If you are studying, it relates to the study of word, isn't it? So, see, I was telling you about how language came into existence. Okay? It's ancient time, it's natural beauty, people are naked, moving here and there, living in the caves and living in the wild forest. Sometimes they used to listen to the sound of nature. And what does this sound? What does this sound? And where did this sound come from? It came from the streams. Understood? The sound of the waves in the sea, the sound of blowing air, sound of the leaves as the air passes through them, right? Sound of birds, wild animals. Understood? They contributed to the development of that. And just imagine, I'm giving it. When you say go, it means the agents of the creation of the sound inside your mouth. Understood? What are these? Lip, upper lip, lower lip. Understood? And then other parts of our body, what do they say? They help us produce sound inside the mouth. And when you say go, what does it mean? The sound is coming out of our mouth. Go. It means, it seems as if I am throwing something out of my mouth. Understood? And go, while saying go, understood? It seems as if go is going. Go. It's going. It's going, it's leaving the bar. It's going somewhere, right? Go. And when you make body movement, go, it means it's a mixture of what? A sound and body language. This is how the word came into existence. Do you get it? This is how words came into existence. And when I'm saying calm, what does it mean? Initially, in the beginning of evolution, or in the beginning of society, in the beginning of the creation of the society, when the people were primitive people moving here and there, the language, it was the time when language came into existence. And who helped the creation of language? The nature. And people had to invent language for safety and security, for communicating among themselves, right? And if you don't communicate among yourself, will it be possible for you to keep yourself safe? The world is full of danger. Why? The enemies, we have enemies, according to Bhagavad Gita, it is said that Lo, Kam, Krodh, Moh, Moh, Matsarya. These are all animal qualities. You are fighting. You are in the Kurukshetra of life. Are you not in the Kurukshetra of life? Because you wake up with this problem inside you every morning. Am I right or not? You wake up with these problems, with these animalities, with these mean qualities inside you. And you are at war. You are at war means the war is going on. And what is this war? This war is the war of Kurukshetra, described in Bhagavad Gita. But it is a Kurukshetra inside. And who we are fighting? We are fighting our mean qualities. Do you get it what I am saying? You are fighting with your hidden enemies. And there are enemies outside. And at that time when the primitive people used to live in this world, at that time also, they had enemies. They had also inside enemies, but they were not as, they didn't get hint of it. They didn't get understood. But today, due to Bhagavad Gita, we understand, yes, there are enemies inside and they need to be defeated in the battle of our life. At the same time, the enemies outside, understood, should also be defeated. If you want a good what? Life. If you want good or bright future. Is that clear? Now, my question, what I want to tell you. So, human life is not very easy. It is very easy to see this boy exists, he is a good boy. But the reason behind who he is a big story. A pretty lengthy one. Why? It is because that boy is fighting not only his own enemies outside, in the outside world, he is also getting over the battle of his life. He is defeating the enemies inside also. And our success is a result of our victory over. Our success is a result of victory. Our success is a result of result of our victory over our enemies. And who are these enemies? Who are these asuras? The asuras are our main qualities. And the main qualities are low, calm, krodh, more, Matsurya. First we defeat them, and then we defeat the outside enemies who we can see with our eyes. Is that clear? Have I been able to make you understand? And now let us come. Well, how does this description relate to the description of syntax? Yes, it has a relation. For example, when you say come, what do you mean? Even when I'm uttering the word, pronouncing the word calm, it means the upper lip and lower lip are coming closer. And then I am drawing some air from outside. And at the same time, I am taking the help of body language. What am I doing? Calm. See, hello, calm. What does it mean? I am taking the help of, hello, are you listening to me? I am taking the help of, I am also depending on body language to say calm. This is how actually words came into existence. Understood? This is how words came into existence. You get it? And even when I am saying calm, it seems as if I am drawing something from outside. Calm. It means two lips are closing and the air is being drawn. Is that clear now? To say calm, you need to draw some air from outside, and at the same time, you are moving your hand just to hint at the person, just to tell the person, just to instruct the person to come closer to you. Is that clear? Now, look at the formation of words. So, we have learned come and go, right? These two you have already learned. Now, look at phrase. What is phrase? Suppose you say you are putting a boy. What is it? How many words are there? One letter A and then boy. These two, what is this phrase called? This is a noun phrase. Because head word is boy. And this is what? Article. Right? Definite or indefinite article. A and an indefinite article. Understood? Then what is this? A boy. This is a mixture of, this a boy is a mixture of two different words. Right? A boy. A boy. Even if I say a beautiful girl. What is this? Free. This is also a beautiful girl. What is this? Head word is girl. And A is also defining this word. And this is also head, as head word is girl. Naturally, it's a noun and it must be a noun. Is that clear? Understood? See whether there is a duster or not. I think there is one duster. See there. You understood what I am saying? Yes.
A holo article. Bird holo head word. Beautiful country.
Beautiful is an adjective. Even though it is an adjective, but it's a noun phrase because head word, we are talking about the head word. Is that clear? Now, another very important thing I want to tell you is, say, if you make it, okay, if you change it into a prepositional phrase, clear, preposition phrase, what will you do? In the morning. In the morning. What is this? morning. On the table. Okay, what are these actually? In my life, these all are prepositional phrase. Okay? But if you say yesterday, what is this? Adverb. Right? Adverb. And if you see the difference between sentence adverb, understood? Or you can call it adjunct also. This one is prepositional phrase. So, when you make sentence with the help of prepositional phrase, okay, so you begin your sentence, doesn't it sound good? Hello, I am starting a song. All the songs written in the world based on the use of prepositional phrase. Okay, how did you start the song? You look at the title song of title. Title song. How did they start? First, every night. What is every night? What is every night? An adverb, right? Got it? Then, every night. Then they used prepositional phrase. In my dreams. But what is that? What is the principle? What is the rule? That according to rule, the formation of sentence depends on subject, verb, object, structure, right? Subject, verb, and object structure, right? What is this? Subject plus verb plus object. Am I not? Is not the song a violation of rules? You need to say every night in my dreams. What have I started? Using subject, verb, object, no, I am violating the rule. Why? Sometimes the violation of rules, if the violation of rules keeps you happy, if the violation of rules make you happy, understood? You feel free to violate the rule. Why? Because it touches our heart. And this is why the song Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes makes me fine. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. So what is this? Prepositional phrase. Sunshine on the water. Sunshine on my shoulder. The sunshine that you feel on top of your shoulder, the sunshine in my eyes makes me fine. It means the sunshine that penetrates, that enter your eyes. Right? You make me fine. You feel fine, you feel happy. You get it? So, is it possible? Is it possible? The formation of sentences? Another thing I want to tell you, like when you are making sentences, what is this? If you make this sentence based on this structure, Ram, then verb is, this is subject, this is object, Ram is a good boy. This is also a phrase, noun phrase, this one, Ram is a good boy, this is a new. And if you stick to this, what? Principle or rule, can you make some songs? Subject verb based on subject verb object pattern. Can you make some songs on anything? When you violate the rules, when you begin your sentence with prepositional phrase and all, the sound sounds good. This is why we got the song. What? Every night in my dreams I see you, I feel you. That's how I know you. Go on. Far across the distance and spaces between us, you have come to show you. Go on. Once more, you open the door and oh my God, why are you laughing? Oh God, then I am not singing. Okay, fine. You understood? Now, what is the reason behind this? Huh? Syntax. You need to, this is what syntax. If why are you studying? Why are we studying? We study because they help us understand how words, how phrases, how clauses, how sentences are formed. Right or not? They tell us, syntax tell us how phrases are formed. Understood? Now I am telling you, for example, yesterday, I went to Calcutta, Kolkata. Okay, yesterday you went to Kolkata. What does it mean? This is a separate issue altogether. This is an adjective. We call it adverb or adjunct. Why? It is an extra thing added to the main sentence. I went to Calcutta, but you are adding something extra. This is an extra part of the sentence. Understood? Through the use of yesterday, you are giving some additional information. And in this additional information, two things can be imagined. What are these? Yesterday was the time when I went to Calcutta, isn't it? I went to Calcutta, it was yesterday. Not today, it was yesterday when I went to Calcutta. Do you understand? It was yesterday when so, to avoid using two sentences, you are making one. And who helps you make these two sentences? Use of adverbs, use of adjuncts. Do you understand what I am saying? This is how adjunct play a very important role. Understood? Now, another thing I want to do. If you look at the formation of words, suppose you say, although it was settled, although it was settled that I should go. Although it was settled that I should go, I didn't go. Or you can say I didn't go or I did not. I didn't go, I did not go. Okay. Although it was settled that I should go, I didn't go. What does it mean? If you just make one sentence, you can make one sentence. Depending on one sentence, you can say the same thing. What? To avoid saying all these things means complex sentence starting with what? Adverb clause. You can say I was to have done. What is this? Perfect infinitive. I taught you, no? I said that day, it seems as if you have dialed a wrong number. You seem to have dialed a wrong number. Is that clear? Have I been able to make you understand all this? Is that clear? Have you got the idea? Is that clear? So, what is this? I was to have done few things depending on perfect infinitive. And I was to have done. It means, although it was settled that I should go, I didn't go. Why? It is because of syntax. Syntax helps you understand how the good phrases should be made, how noun phrase should be created, how adjective phrases should be created, how it tells us about verb phrase. It tells us about what is unit, what is constituency, what is argument. It tells us about what is generative grammar. It tells us about what is universal grammar. And what is universal grammar, do you know? You are born with some mental ability, competence to learn a language. Like a little boy is sitting. A little boy grow up with us in the society, right? They also grow up, they are a part of the society. Am I right or not? Little children, the tiny mini children in your homes, they also grow up with us. Do we teach them grammar to speak or express their thoughts? Do we teach them grammar? They are so little that they can't be taught. Can you teach them? No, it's impossible. Is it possible for to teach them how to speak, how to express their thoughts? But they automatically learn it. Why? Because universal grammar. It's a grammar already in them. Their natural mental capacity to pick up the language, even without the knowledge of grammar. That is called universal grammar. Is that clear now? Is that clear? And then comes the question of generative grammar. What do you do with the help of generative grammar? What do you think? When you look at the word generative, When you look at the word generative, what does it mean? Generative means the creation, the grammar that helps you to create, to expand. Understood? It helps the study of expansion. It helps you to expand your mind. It helps you to extend the boundaries of your thinking. That is how generative grammar works. Suppose you say a sentence like, nobody can express, nobody can express the confusion. Nobody can express the confusion of thought which I felt. Nobody can express the confusion of thought which I felt when I sank into the water. Nobody can express the confusion of thought which I felt when I sank into the water. What does it mean? This is called generative grammar. Nobody can express because it's my own personal thing that I myself feel. Like, suppose you don't have knowledge of, or you don't know how to swim, but you fell into the water. Somebody pushed you. You are on the bank of a river, you are on the bank of a canal, you are on the bank of a pond or a swimming pool. But somebody was joking with you. He didn't know whether you didn't know how to sing, how to swim, right? He didn't know. You didn't know how to swim, and he pushed you. When you was sinking into the water, the confusion that you felt. Can anybody express the confusion of thought which you felt when you were sinking into the water? What is this? This is an example of what? Generative grammar. Understood? What is this? Nobody can express the confusion of thought. Can anybody express the confusion? Nobody. It is your own personal thought. So nobody can express the confusion of thought. And the thought which you felt, adjective clause. When you sank into the water, it is adverb clause of what? Time. Nobody can express the confusion. What is this? Confusion means object, and based on this object you have brought which you felt, adjective clause. When it is an adverb clause of time, when I sank into the water. Understood? So I know my handwriting is really very bad. You can't read. It's not really legible at all, no? When I can read, it means I'm not. Is it impossible for you to understand my handwriting? Is this? Does it look like Sanskrit? Okay, fine. Okay, it's not Sanskrit. I understood. How does generative grammar help? Can you tell me? When you expand your thought, when you say more things about one particular thing, like I'm giving you another example. Ram is a good boy. Ram is a good boy. He is my younger brother's friend. He comes to our house every day. He loves music. He plays football in the field in front of his house. He plays football in the evening. Everybody loves him. One sentence, but when you expand it into a single one, what will you do? You can make it into Ram, my brother's friend, clear? Loves, plays football in the field in front of his house every evening, is popular with the people of the town, or with people living in the city, living in our locality. So one single sentence is enough. Who teaches us how the formation, who had the formation of this sentence? One single sentence is enough. And how did I make one single sentence for as many as 5-10 sentences? How? It is because I have the knowledge of syntax. I have learned how to make noun clause, how to make adjective clause, how to make adverb clause, how to make phrases, how to make noun phrase, adjective phrase, adverb phrase. I have knowledge of adjunct, disjunct, conjunct. I have knowledge of verb phrase. Understood? Naturally, I didn't find it difficult to say one sentence. In one sentence, I have expressed so many things. Ram, my brother's friend, Ram is a friend of my brother, known to the people in the city or town, plays football in the field in front of his house. Is that clear? So what does it mean? People living in the city love him. Understood? His name is Ram. You get it? That's how you can make so many sentences. That is called generative grammar. And now I want to show you what is constituency or constituent. When you look at constituent, see, argument, A-R-G-U-M-E-N-T. Study of argument, study of constituent. Study of, I must say, these two are same. And even unit. See, Rahul plays football. Rahul plays football. Okay. Rahul plays football. When you have made this sentence, Rahul plays football, what are you getting? These are two units. Now unit number 1, unit number 2. Set aside the verb. These are one unit, this is second unit. And who is in the middle of the two units? Verb. Okay. You can call it constituent also. You can call this unit constituent. This unit can be called a constituent. Then you can tell me, sir, what about argument? You were saying argument. This is a sentence, total sentence. This sentence is a result of the argument. And argument what? You argue with someone. What is this? In linguistics, argument is both subject and object. Understood? And what is it? It is about based on what? Argument based on hard acts, based on subject and object. The sentence is a result of an argument. Is that clear? So what makes argument? Subject and object. They contribute to the development of argument. You get it what I'm saying? And how? If you end up making a sentence, it is because of argument. And what are the arguments? The constituency. Understood? Or constituent or unit or argument. Is that clear? Have I been able to make you understand these three things? It is a result. Your sentence is the result of the argument. Without subject, without object, can you make a sentence? What is the subject? Subject is the doer of the action, right? And what is object? What is object? Hey, what is object? Object receives the action. If I say I kick the ball, what does it mean? I am the person who is doing the kicking. Who is doing the kicking? I am doing the kicking. It means I am kicking the ball. And who is receiving the action? The ball is receiving the action. Who is receiving the kicking? The ball. So, what are these? The ball, the person who kicks the ball, and the ball that receives the action are constituent, argument. Understood? Have I been able to make you understand very easily? But if you study, hello, Shunali, if you study linguistics, will it be possible for you to understand yourself? Very difficult concepts, isn't it? So, to make it very easy, see, even if you say, sir, I really didn't get the proper definition of the word. Okay, I didn't understand constituent, I didn't understand, argument, I didn't understand unit. I'm not saying, okay, fine, if you haven't understood, okay. If you haven't understood, it's okay, fine. But I'm helping you understand that there are 3 words that you should know if you are studying linguistics. What? Argument, constituent, understood, and unit. Am I right or not? But more or less, I have never ever heard anybody telling or saying this thing. Earlier, nobody has said anything. I have taught in many classes, nobody there. Because they knew partly of what he was described maybe was not as same as the one we have read in the books, but they are quite similar. Do you get it? To what is there in the book. So, what do you want? Do you want to learn it the toughest way or easiest way? Huh? The easiest way, isn't it? Did I make everything very easy? Very good. Now come to coordination and subordination. I have discussed almost everything, right? What will you do if you learn coordination and subordination? Coordination. Got the word coordination? What is the spelling of coordination? Co-or-di-nation. When you look at the word coordination, what does it mean? You coordinate with someone to get the things together. It means if you are coordinating, it means you are in touch with everything around. And those that help us, coordination, those that help us unite 2 thoughts, those things are coordinators. And the coordinators are, what are those coordinators? If you look at coordination, you see in coordination lies the coordinators. And the coordinators helps the joining of sentences. Understood? What are these coordinators? Number 1, for. Number 2, and. Number 3, for and nor. Number 4, for and nor. Number 4, but. Number 5, or. Number 6, yet. These are all coordinators. With the help of these coordinators, what do? Don't we add 2 different thoughts together? Rita loves playing guitar, but her brother doesn't. Rita loves football, but her brother loves cricket. Rita loves music, but her brother loves to play guitar. Understood? So what is this? Two different thoughts, two different sentences. It helps the union of what? Two different thoughts, two different ideas, two different sentences. Isn't it? Another thing, and Ram and Shyam came to my house. Ram and Shyam, two different things we have added with the help of this. Another nor. He doesn't like his father, nor does he like his parents. You are making negative statements about two different things. He doesn't like his father, nor does he like his parents. Understood? Do you get it? Now another thing, but I have given you an example about what? For you are a good boy, for you won the hearts of the world. You are a good student because you studied hard, right? The principal loves you because you have come out first in the class. Understood? So, for you have come out first in the class. For means because. Is that clear? Now, or study well or you may fail. Study well or you may fail. Come or the teacher will punish you. Go to school or your father will punish you. Is that clear? You understood? Any problem? Good. Yet, he wasted his time. Yet, he did not do well in the exam. Yet, his father loves him. He is late. Yet, the teacher allowed him to come inside the class. He was late. Yet, his teacher didn't punish him. Is that clear? Understood? Any problem? Now, ambiguity. Ambiguity and similar thing, ambiguity is a word that gives more than 2 or 3 different meanings. Ambiguity, I have already discussed. Ambiguity. When you get, it helps you get 2 or 3 different meanings, right? It tells us about how we can get 2, 3 different meanings of the same thing. Understood? And what can be the example? Like, I saw a man with a telescope. I saw a man with a telescope. When you look at the meaning of this, it means it is a telescope that helped me to see a man. And I saw a man who had a telescope. 2 different meanings, similar in what? Structure, similar in form, but different in meaning. Understood? It looks similar in structure or in form, but it's different in meaning. Is that clear? Have you understood? So this is ambiguity. Ambiguity is a part of this linguistics, especially syntax. And now come to subordination. Subordination. Okay. Subordination also helps us to look for the subordinates in the formation of the sentences. Like, he couldn't come to school. When you say he couldn't come to school, this is principal thing Principal. Who was it? It was he. He couldn't come to school. Why? Look for the reason why he couldn't come to school. He couldn't come to school. He couldn't come to school. Why couldn't he come to school? He couldn't come to school because he was ill. Because he is a subordination. Okay? Because he was ill. He was ill. It was because of his illness he couldn't come to school. Is that clear? This is how subordination helps syntax. Is that clear? And syntax also tells us whether a sentence is syntactically correct or incorrect. How can I know that? Look at the word order. Word order. Is that clear? So, word order is a part of syntax. Word order is a part of syntax. Part of study of syntax. Is that clear? So, may I hit us? Rub the board. Very good. So, this is subordination. And what is word order? Let's learn word order. Word order. How do you get help? How do you, when you learn word order, what kind of help do you get? Word order teaches us about how a sentence is formed. It tells us about what is subject and what is predicate. What is subject, what is verb, and what is object. And it also tells us why the first sentence is correct and why the second sentence is incorrect. You get it? If the word order is wrong, hello, if the word order is wrong, can it be a correct sentence? No, isn't it? So we need to keep word order fresh in our mind if we study what? Syntax. And syntax is one of the interesting thing to learn, but it was not interesting before my class. Was it? But as soon as I have discussed almost everything, it's very easy now. Is it very difficult? Fine. So, word order. What did you see? Hello, I eat rice. Simple sentence. I eat rice. I eat rice. It's because of the study of sentence we know that this sentence is correct. Sentence is correct, right? But if I say I rice eat, is it correct? Is it correct? So, word order tells us why the first sentence is correct and the second sentence is incorrect. Because according to rules, we have to put subject in the beginning of the sentence, verb in the middle of the sentence. This is SVO pattern, and object at the end of the sentence. But if you speak in Bengali, this is what we say in Bengali. Understood? I rice it. In Bengali we say I rice it, but in English I rice. Is that clear? So this is called word order. Have I been able to make you understand this? That's like a word order. What? She's speaking so she's so soft actually, and that is why her voice is very soft. Believe it, I'm sorry, your voice didn't reach my ears. Would you mind telling me a little louder or a little loudly? Oh my God! It means that even today's class is also being cut. Okay, I'm going to cut it short. Okay, and now, what will you do? I'm just the last, but not the least. The topic is. Let's discuss. I have discussed almost everything, and I wanted to talk about complement. Okay, and sometimes we make phrases, adjective phrases, and we say someone who would be my wife in future. Understood? So, to make this sentence into a what will you do? like Romkita, Olomkita. I'm just making this imagination. Romkita, Olomkita, or Kuvita. Understood? Will be my wife in future. So, can't I shorten it into, hey, my future wife, my wife to be in future? Without verb, I can see this. Why? Who teaches us this? The study of syntax. My wife too. My would-be wife. Understood? That is how the study of syntax is very important. And with this, I come to the end of this class. If you feel that my class has benefited you, or you benefited from my class, give me at least one like. Bye.